You have reached the Watauga County Sheriff's Office. If you have an emergency, please hang up and dial 911. If you know your party's extension, you can dial it at any time by pressing 9 and the extension number. Otherwise, please choose from one of the following three options. For the jail detention center, press 1. For communications dispatch, press 2. For the sheriff's administrative offices between the hours of 8 and 5, for assistance with gun permits, concealed carry permits, copies of reports, and fingerprinting, press 3. Or stay on the line and an operator will assist you. Communication.
Yeah, hi. Who am I speaking with?
This is communication.
Hey, communications. Do you have a name? Thanks, Aaron. I got a quick question for you. If
Yes, sir.
if somebody tries to report child abuse to the sheriff and they deny to write a report, what's the next step?
Who denied to write the report? The officer or?
It's actually Sheriff Len Hagaman.
Let me just make sure I got this right. So
Sure.
you went to the sheriff to write a report for child abuse.
Yes.
Okay. And he said no.
Yes.
It,
He also ordered most of his staff not to write a report. And when I called up John Green over the Magistrate Green, he basically said child abuse is just a misdemeanor, and he's not going to write one either. What is it? And so I'm just asking you, what is the person's next step to do?
have you contacted DSF?
Yes, they refuse to do an investigation.
Okay. That's sure you've got me confused too because I have no idea, honestly.
Okay. Aaron, now you said is it Aaron or Aaron?
It's Aaron.
Okay, great. Let me give you a little bit more detail. My daughters were abused a few years back, and I've been in contact with Sheriff Len Hagaman. Hey, I'd like to write a report. I've been in contact with a couple of his deputies. You have to speak to Len Hagaman. He absolutely refused to write a report and then said you need to speak to our attorney, Tony DeSante. Tony DeSante refused to talk to me and basically said, we have nothing to say. Now, I have a website called childabusevejudges.com. I have 800 judges accused of child abuse. We cannot find one single sheriff or deputy to write a report. On top of which, I don't know if you know who Judge Hal Harrison is, but he's been accused 7+ times of child abuse. He's a serial child abuser. He's a confirmed child abuser. Also is Rebecca Eggers-Gryder. How do I know this? I have North Carolina departments that say my children were abused and they have done nothing. And I get calls about every 3 weeks, every 4 weeks of another parent, another person, whether it be North Carolina or somewhere else, that is saying, what do I do? I'm being stalemated. My children are being abused. So I need to ask you, are you recommending, and I know this is going to be a stretch because you're not going to recommend anything, but are you recommending that the only way to at least get someone to look at this and to do an investigation is to take matters into our own hands? Because
Not recommend that.
If you think
Contact the
your
DA.
daughters are being sexually abused and is being ordered by a judge, and you're thinking every day they're being abused, are you just going to sit there?
No.
Exactly. And the last thing anybody wants to do is to exact their revenge and then have you guys show up. Oh my God, something happened. And then your guys are the next ones who are in the line of fire. That would be ridiculous. So I need to know what I should tell these other parents who are calling me up to do. Because the last thing I want to tell them to do is to take matters into their own hands and to just shoot at everybody that comes at them just to protect your kids.
Have you spoke to the DA about it?
Seth will not call me back. I've left about 12 to 24 messages. He has his secretaries. Don't pass him through. Don't put him through. And this just isn't in Watauga County. This is all over North Carolina. But in just Watauga County, yeah, I've gone through the entire hierarchy.
I have no idea what to tell you to do.
Okay,
What your next step would be.
can I ask you a favor?
Yeah.
My email is gallery, GALLERY, MI1 at gmail.com. I expect an email from your department. I don't care who it's from, but I have too many people and parents and grandparents calling me up, crying and asking me what the hell they're supposed to do. Because we have laws that are on the books, statutes, mandatory, that you have to follow, that Sheriff Len Hagaman and other deputies and other police departments refuse to follow. And it is a felony and a misdemeanor for failure to report child abuse. What am I going to do? Aaron, could you do me a favor and write up Len Hagaman for failure to report child abuse? No one's going to do that. So you wind up back in the situation of protecting your child. How the hell can I protect my child? So you have my email. I'm going to say it again. Gallery, GALLERY, MI1 at gmail.com. I am sick and tired of collecting these phone calls from these distraught parents who know that their children are being abused and they can't write a report. And you have serial child abusers sitting on benches because no one is willing to write a report and they're protecting their buddies. So I expect at the latest, I know this is Christmas coming up, but I don't care because the people and the parents that I'm seeing, a handful of them are going to commit suicide because they can't see their kids. They haven't seen their kids in years. And this is driving me batty because I'm the one collecting these calls. I expect an answer by Thursday of this week. So I'm sure you can understand the last thing I want to do is to tell people to take their matters into their own hands because it endangers everybody. You got it?
Yes, sir. What's your name again?
My name is Kenneth Gottfried. And again, childabusivejudges.com is my website. We have over 815 judges accused of child abuse. This is so far out of hand that I have no idea how to resolve this.
All right. I will let somebody know and we'll get this sent to you.
Okay, and just out of curiosity, Todd, God, what is his last name? He's been a deputy there forever. Todd
Phillips.
Yeah, Todd Phil. How's he been?
He actually retired to be with his newest child.
No
Which
way.
is, yeah. I think
Is there any way we can reach out to him? Just tell him I said hello, give him my email. I would like to speak to him.
well, I will do it.
You're awesome. Thank you so very much.
Yes, sir.
You bet. Bye-bye.